What's up, Pllana Nation? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going over 10 NBA players who committed serious crimes. And without further ado, let's get straight on the list with number 10, Glenn Robinson. Two-time NBA All-Star forward Robinson visited his ex-fiancée while he was drunk in her home at Chicago Heights, Illinois. Robinson was furious and he wanted to see their daughter. She was very frightened during the situation and let Robinson inside. Once he entered the home, he proceeded to beat her up. Robinson then got a gun from a bedroom and started to chase her around the house. His ex-fiancée would run into a neighbor's house and call the cops, and he would get arrested. Number 9, Deshawn Stevenson. The Utah Jazz drafted shooting guard Deshawn Stevenson with their 23rd pick in the 2000 draft. Stevenson was a very young and immature millionaire. He would be charged with statutory rape for having sex with a 14-year-old girl. Stevenson did admit in court that he got the teenager drunk before they would have sexual intercourse at a motel in Fresno, California. The 14-year-old teenager said that it was voluntarily, but she did say if she was drunk, she would have most likely not had sex that night. Stevenson pleaded no contest and was sentenced to 100 hours of community service, 2 years probation, and a $1,100 fine. Number 8, Greg Oden. When Greg Oden was drafted as a number 1 pick in the 2007 draft, people expected him to mature and become the next Shaq. Instead, Oden would become injury prone that would make him one of the biggest busts of all time. After such a huge failure, Oden began drinking a lot of alcohol because he was in physical and personal pain. Ever since dealing with alcoholism, Oden punched his ex-girlfriend in the face multiple times at his mom's house in Indiana in 2014. This caused Oden to be charged with 2 felony battery acts. 1 year after the brutal attack, Oden pleaded guilty to battery, and the prosecutors dropped additional 3 charges. Number 7, Darren Collison. Darren Collison has had a hard time finding a home in the league, as he's already played for 5 different teams since 2009. Collison assaulted his wife in 2016, resulting in him being arrested with the count of domestic violence causing injury. Collison said that, "Words cannot describe the feelings and regret that I have been experiencing the last few months. This is far from who I am as a person and not something I am proud of. I have apologized to my beautiful wife that I have known and loved since high school." Collison pleaded guilty. Collison had to spend 20 days in jail as well as 20 hours of community service. He also has to attend a domestic abuse program for the next 3 years. Number 6, Alvin Robertson. After 5 years of retiring from the Spurs, Robertson broke into a woman's house in San Antonio. He would go on to choke her as well as bite her face. She winded up calling the cops, and Robertson was sentenced to 6 months in jail for resisting arrest, 4 months of criminal trespass, 9 months for the 1 assault charge, and 1 year for another assault count. Number 5, Deandre Liggins. Dallas Mavericks shooting guard Deandre Liggins was a part of 9 different NBA teams since 2011. The 29-year-old Liggins is another NBA player that assaults women. The Chicago native beat up his girlfriend right in front of their 2-year-old child in 2013. The police arrived and he actually resisted arrest. Liggins was charged with 2 counts of kidnapping, 2 counts of domestic assault, and 3 counts of domestic abuse in the presence of a minor. Liggins' legal team somehow got all the charges to be dropped, and he pleaded guilty to 1 count of domestic abuse. Number 4, Lance Stephenson. Lance Stephenson allegedly threw his pregnant girlfriend down a flight of stairs in a New York City apartment complex in 2010. Stephenson was known as a troublemaker who has been on 6 different teams since 2010. He then walked down the stairs and slammed her head against one of the steps. Stephenson was then arrested and charged with assault, menacing, and harassment. Stephenson got charged for beating up a 17-year-old girl while he was in high school in 2008. This would result in arrest for 3rd-degree assault. Eventually, the case was dropped altogether. Although Stephenson technically was innocent during the case, something ugly happened that day, and just reading it makes me disgusted. Number 3, Jason Richardson. Richardson assaulted the mother of their 3-year-old daughter, Roshana Jackman. In Jackman's testimony, she states that Richardson pushed her so hard that she hit a wall which put a hole in it. Richardson claims that it was self-defense, but the jury quickly ruled it as domestic violence. Number 2, Jason Kidd. Similar to the other ones on this list, Jason Kidd is also a convicted domestic abuser. However, Kidd's violence towards women won't be the main focus of him on this list. Instead, we're going to talk about his extremely serious drunken car accident in 2012. According to multiple witnesses, Kidd drank countless vodka drinks at a club in East Hampton, New York. Kidd then stumbled to his white Cadillac and began driving. A few minutes later, and he ran into a utility pole. Jason Kidd then refused to take a breathalyzer and chemical test. Unsurprisingly, because he was so drunk that night, he was not hurt in the accident. Nevertheless, looking at those photos makes me wonder how he lived during this accident. And number 1, we have Jason Williams, not white chocolate Jason Williams, but the power forward who unintentionally shot and killed a limo driver in 2002 in New Jersey. Williams then went on and tampered with evidence attempting to cover up the homicide. While his lawyers got the manslaughter charges dropped, Williams was convicted on 4 counts of concealing the shooting and assault. He said, "There is nothing I can do or say to bring Mr. Christophe back. If there was, I would do it. It was a terrible accident, and the way I acted after the accident was being a coward. That bothers me. The cover-up was selfishness, me trying to protect myself." Williams then had to go to jail for 18 months before being released in 2012. And that is it for the video, guys. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at Pllana, and I'll see you all later.